Okay, grouping it. In my opinion, this is one of the most important lessons that you can do in TinkerCAD to make sure stuff turns out the way that you want it to. Directions can be a little confusing on this one, so I'm going to show you two ways to group things together. So as we look at the directions, move this out of the way. The directions that it says to do is to select the box on the left by left-clicking the shape. Then hold the Shift key on the keyboard to select the orange cylinder. So I'm going to hold the Shift key on the keyboard, click on that orange cylinder. Now with both shapes selected, click the Group button on the toolbar. The two shapes will turn the same color, and then you can continue. So the Group button is right up here. There we go, group together. Now all that grouping does, and we've talked about this, but all that grouping does is make it so things will be able to move together. So that way they're stuck in tandem together. That's what grouping it together does. If you're not trying to select very close together things, if you have some space, how I prefer to group things together, and I think it's simpler, is just to click on your mouse or your keypad and drag across everything you want grouped together and click group. Now the tricky part with that would be, let's say, for example, you have, I'm just going to move here, I'll just move a second shape over right here or something like that. Let's say I don't want that box in the back actually grouped together with this. I'd have to be very, very careful to click and see, I actually got it. You can see the blue shape around there. If I don't actually want it connected, I got to be careful in how I do that, and it can get a little tricky. So that's where clicking, holding the Shift key and clicking on the other shape you want makes it easier. It just depends on your situation. So for this one, like I just did, group it together, and you can see now these two shapes are grouped. And then what this one wants to show you is how when you have a whole shape inserted into one of our projects here, how that differs. And you can see in the diagram up here what it's going to do. So I'm going to click, drag, or you can do the Shift and click on both of them, group them together, and you will see now a hole gets cut all the way through. It works the same way, and this is not part of your directions, but it works the same way. It's not letting me pull anything else out of, there we go, let's take this one out, is if I want to cut into the side of something and I group it together, now it essentially takes a bite out of the piece. So there we go, we did it.